Hey guys, what's going on? This is Troy here again. And in this video, I want to share with you how I was able to acquire and confirm 60 customers in iBoomerang. Okay. And it took a lot of work. And I did it in 6 weeks. So I want to give some strategy, give some value, help you if you're in iBoomerang, help you acquire some customers as well. Maybe this can help you. All right. I have some notes right here. It's my little cheat sheet. I want to make sure I give you enough information so you can go out there and help better your life as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to share my screen so you can actually see proof of that I actually have 60 customers. Okay, and as you can see, this iBoomerang back office right here, and it says available boomerangs 0 and pending boomerangs is 60, active links 60. I would go into the reports, but I would have to blank out other people's information, so I'm not gonna go there. But I'd have 60 confirmed boomerangs. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and stop sharing so you can see my face. Okay, now, so how did I get 60 confirmed customers on iBoomerang? So one of the first things I did is I actually went on vacation, and I had some footage from a prior vacation. And what I did is I made a compilation, like a little video of the whole vacation, put some music in the background. I uploaded it to my YouTube. I uploaded it to my Instagram, um, and I basically shared it. And from that, people would like the video. Some people commented, and and what I did was this. I created a dialogue off of that. When someone liked or comment, I would hit them up in their, a private message or their direct message, and I would say, hey, thanks for showing some love on my video. And when I did that, that created a dialogue. It was almost as if I wasn't, reaching out to them randomly, like as if I was just literally just focused on trying to sell them something, even though this is free. People are conditioned to think, well, if they're hitting me up randomly like that, like, what are they looking for? What do they want? So it kind of brings their guard down, and I used the video to do that. So that was a good way. I did, I opened up a dialogue. So, and the first thing I did was I would ask, I would thank them. So it wasn't, that would further bring their guard down to allow them to have a conversation with me and open up a little bit more. So, and in that conversation, I would ask them, different questions. You know, I would say like, well, do you travel at all? Where was the last place you've gone, you visited? Like, where did you go? And and we would hold that conversation. And it's genuine conversation. It's not just like, okay, yeah, this is what I want you to do. No, I actually had the conversation with them because, for one, it's travel, so it's fun for me. It's fun to talk about anyway. So, I'll add on to that conversation. I'll throw in, well, listen, I went to such such place and it was great. This is what we did. So I know exactly what you mean when it comes to where they might have gone or whatever they might have said to you. So, have a genuine conversation with them. Don't just brush off anything they say. But then eventually, you can bring the conversation back to, well, like, this is what I would say to them. I say, well, if you're interested, I have a couple discount codes. I mean, if next time you go on, travel, if you want to save some money, it's free to try, free to keep if you want it. And then they were like, well, what is that? And then I'll go into, they allow me, they ask me the question. So I'll go into explaining what it is that I have. And I like to tell people, listen, it's a gift. What's your email and what's your first and last name if you don't know that? Usually it's the last name I don't know because I'll know the first, but a lot of times people have on Facebook and Instagram, they'll have their first name and then they'll have something that has nothing to do with their actual last name. So you got to ask them those questions to be sure, so you're sending it the right way. And some other things that I did, you know, it's funny how many people would ask me, well, is it free? After I told them it's free. People are so conditioned to, hearing someone sell them something, or just conditioned to what's the catch. And when I'm telling them it's free, they're like, okay, so what's the catch? And, in our Boomerang, our catch is this. My only catch is I want you to send me a selfie of when you save some money. That's the catch. But in this situation, or in multiple situations that I had, I would say, no, this is just free. It's just free. Like, I'll have to say it multiple times, and it's kind of funny. But eventually they'll get it, and once they sign up for it, they go, oh, I'm saying, I didn't ask you for any bank account information. I didn't ask you for any card information. So once that happened, and say, oh, I get all this for free. I said, yeah. It's funny like that, but that's just what people are conditioning to. But so after that, I would also give them the iGoBoom website. I don't allow them to be confused at all. I try to expedite the process as much as possible. So after I get their information, I generate the code, and I'll tell them I sent them an email, and if I had their number, I sent them a text too. But even with all of that being done, I'll copy the iGoBoom website and I'll text them that, and then I say, click this link, and right after that, and I'll copy the code, and I'm like, use this code. So they'll click that link and use this code. You got to tell people what to do. I don't know if they got a junky email address. I don't know if it goes straight to spam. I don't know if they got a million text messages in their phone. I don't know. So, but when they're in a conversation with me, I go straight to the point. I want them to go to this website, and I want them to click on this, put in this code. And then I also tell them, they might want to change their password when they get in, because they give you like a default password. I'll add that to it as well. I don't want there to be any kind of confusion. Okay. And, going back to my notes, I'll give people about, I'll give them no more than 3 days to activate their code. I don't want it to linger, not even a week, because it's almost as if I'm creating some type of demand. You know what I mean? I also, before, I'm gonna go further into that a little bit later in this video, so stay tuned. But so no more than 3 days. Sometimes when I get shorter on Boomerangs, I'll just give them 24 hours. So the only exception is when someone, let's say, they are interested in the business as well, but they want to try out the product. So if they show interest in the business, like for example, I had a gentleman out in Florida. He watched the iDecide presentation, and once he watched that, he said, I potentially want to do this business, but right now I want to be a customer. So I said, okay, great. Here's your Boomerang. Click this link, use this code, and I gave him 7 days. But that's about as long as I give anybody. 7 days max. And that's usually when they're interested in the business as well. I'll give them a little bit more time to get themselves together. I don't know if they're busy, this, that, and the third. And that's as far as that goes in terms of the amount of days that I allow the Boomerang to hang out there. And plus, this is so new that I don't want it to be a situation where people, let it linger. I have too many other people that want this product, so I have to. It's either you activating this, or I gotta go because somebody else is ready to save some money. Okay, so that's what I tend to do. So what I in saying that, I would like to tell them, this thing is gonna expire in 3 days. This is gonna expire in 24 hours. So make sure you do it as soon as you can. Do it ASAP. You know what I mean? And when you tell them that, put some urgency in it. But I also like to tell them that it only takes 2 minutes to do. So a lot of people who I help get, savings, and who I send a boomerang to, they be like, oh, I'll do it right now. When you put urgency and you tell them how that it only takes 2 minutes to do it, they tend to move a little bit faster. So, because I don't want, like I said, I don't want any boomerangs hanging out in limbo. I want either one to have their boomerang or have them activated right now as fast as I can get them to move. That's what I do. Okay. So I would like to call that, one thing I would like to say is that I use fear of loss. As I gave out more and more boomerangs and more boomerangs, I started getting lower in my account. You see, I got in at the first class package, and then a month went by, and I paid my monthly membership, and I got 10 more boomerangs. So that's how I got a total of 60 boomerangs to be able to send out and give to people. So when that number started going lower, what I ended up saying is like, listen, I only have whatever amount that is. I had whatever amount that was. Like, let's, for example, I only have 60 total boomerangs to give out, and I only got 7 left. Like, people are eating this up. If I give this to you, you have to activate it now because I got other people waiting in line. Fear of loss works like a charm. Works like a charm. It's beautiful. People are like, oh, no. I want to keep it. You're talking to me right now. I want to keep this. I want to save money. A lot of people, after I would send them the boomerang, or after I would pique their interest, let's say, I'll send them a picture of the percentages that it'll show 50%, 40% off of Las Vegas, 42% off New York City, 32% off Miami, 50% off Orlando. I want them to see. I sent them that picture, and it's like, whoa, what is this real? It creates that curiosity, and it gets them to say yes to me saying I have this gift for you faster. It gets them wanting to know more, or at least piques their curiosity even further after we have our conversations. So I have some more notes over here. One strategy I love to use, this might be strategy number 3 or so. One strategy I love to use is leveraging the relationship. That's heavy. I had people where they didn't have much of a choice. It was just, you know me, what's your email? Click this, click that, I'll wait. And I'll be standing right next to them while they're signing up for their boomerang and getting their free access. They're going to want to save money anyway, so they ain't mad at me, right? But they didn't really have a choice. My best friend, my girlfriend, my mother, my brother, my sister, anybody's that close to me that sees me on a regular basis, there's no choice in the matter. It's sign up now. That's it. I didn't give them much of a choice, but because that's the relationship that I have with them. Now, you might have a friend of yours that you might not have that kind of relationship with. I'll give you another example. There's a gentleman that I know. All I did was tell him this. I didn't even tell him. I didn't mention travel. I didn't say anything. I said, "Yo, so and so, what's your email address?" Just like that, and they said, "Hold on, let me pull out my phone," and I'll start typing it. I'll have my website, my back office up. I'll put in their email address. How you spell your last name? I spell their last name, and I already know their first name, so I already got that information that I want to send a boomerang. And then after I get that information, I'll be like, "I'm about to send you a gift." And the person who I used that on, he was like, "A gift? Like what is this thing?" I said, "Listen, you'll thank me after. Just I'm sending it to you right now." I sent it to him, and then he was paying attention a little to me when I was doing some things on social media. So I would when he saw it, he said, "Oh, it's some travel thing you're doing?" I said, "Yeah, man." And then I showed him that picture that I would send people of the percentages you can get off on hotels. He said, "Oh, word, what is this?" I was planning on going to California anyway. So that was just bells ringing off in his head, and he signed up like that. It was fast. You know what I mean? But to begin that, I just used my relationship. He knows me. He knows who I am and things like that. I had that relationship where I could say, look, give me your information. I'm sending you something. Only if you had that relationship with him. Now, for strangers, I did something different, or people that I don't have that kind of relationship with, someone that I don't speak to that often, I would use the scripts. So one of the scripts I would use will be, let's see, one of the scripts will be like this. It said, I said, hey, so and so. So I'm gonna just say the name Joe as an example. I say, hey, Joe, I got invited to this website that gives crazy discounts on travel. You know what I mean? I have a free code for you. If you would like, I can give you one. And you can save, some money on future travel. Let me know if you want one before they run out. So again, that's urgency. That's telling them what it is. And I told them, I should have added that it's free too. And so a lot of times they'll just ask you the question like, listen, is this free? And I go, yeah, it's free. Okay, great. What you need? I said, send me your name and first name and last name. All I need is your email address. So I'll take that information from them. I send them a boomerang, and I go back into, it's going to expire in 24 hours, or if it's 3 days, I'll tell them how long they have, and I tell them it only takes 2 minutes, and usually they go right in. Some people wait a day or two, and, we take it from there. Now, there's some people where I let it expire on them on purpose. Some people I would remind, and they would go, oh, okay, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. And they'll sign up and use their boomerang that I sent them. Others, they'll just completely forget. They're busy. Life is busy. Everybody's got something going on. So they'll forget. So I want to say out of that 60, about 3 people, it expired on them. And then I would follow up with them, and I'll say, oh, have you seen any of the, did you look through the website? Have you seen any of the discounts you like? They were like, oh, I didn't get a chance to send it. Let me try to do it now. And a couple of people, I let it deny them. And when they come back to me and they tell me, oh man, I can't get at it, won't let me in. I said, oh, it must have expired on you. And then I'll go on and say this, man, listen, I only got so and so left. Like, let's say I got 10 left. I only got 10 left. But I talked to you first before I talked to some other people. So if I send this to you, you got to activate it now. It only takes 2 minutes. Because I got people online, and if you're not going to use it, I got to give it to them. Fear of loss, and now I'm creating some type of demand. You see, that'll get them to move a little faster. And it already expired on them, so they know you mean business. Okay? So another strategy that I would use is basically referrals. Most people travel with other people. Everybody usually travels in groups. If it's not 2 of them, it's 4, 5, 6, you name it. But a lot of people do big group traveling because they want to go and share experiences with people they know, love, and trust. So I'll tell them after they sign up, I'll tell them, listen, if you know anybody else that you like enough that you want to help them save money, let me know. I got a couple more left. I might be able to spare you one. And do it, and let me know fast because they're running out. And some people were like, oh yeah, my sister, she's actually she was about to book. She's about to travel with me. Can I give her one too? And I'll be like, sure. What's her name? Her first name, last name, and what's her email address? That's how I got another boomerang. And let's see what else I got for you guys. So another thing is, even with me being out of boomerangs, because I ran out of boomerangs, right? I'm 60 and I have 0 left, as you saw in the beginning of the video. This is what I was going to get into now. There's a young lady who I spoke to, who I know, who's known me for about 6 years now. And I got in a conversation about travel. She ended up telling me that she is planning on going on a trip to in August for her birthday, and she's looking at prices. I was like, okay, great. Well, I might be able to help you out with that. Like, I have a way to get cheaper hotel prices. And she was like, really? How? And I said, and I kind of, she knows me, and she has that kind of rapport with me. I was able to say, I started in a new, business, and I actually help people save money on travel. And then she goes, oh, okay. Well, is it free? I said, well, absolutely, it's free. But I'm all out. I ran out, and then I went into showing her literally that I had 0 left out of the 60 that I had. But I told her that, listen, in such and such time, I know it's guaranteed that I'll have at least 10 more. I can give you one. But then she goes, this is the referrals part now. She goes, oh, no. My friends is coming too. It's me and my boyfriend, and she talks about how she has 10 people going with her on this trip. And I'm like, wow, okay, so that's looking like at least 3, 4, 5 hotel rooms that they might have to book. So we got into an agreement saying, listen, I got you in 2 weeks, but I need the names and email addresses of everybody that you're gonna go with, that's gonna go with you. So I said, listen, I'll give you 5 because I got some other people that want some as well. So I'll give you 5 for the hotels you're gonna book. And then she agreed. So now I have customers waiting. So that's definitely developing some type of demand for the product. So it's been going really good, really good. And that's all referrals, people I don't even know, you know. So, and I told her the catch is, you got to send me a selfie of you saving money for your birthday. She said, listen, I take a lot of pictures. I love taking pictures. I send you a selfie. People love taking pictures. So now what I'm going to do when that happens, I'm going to use that selfie. I'm going to post it. I'm going to show how much, I'm going to put the numbers in on how much she saved. And she's loving it. And I already got permission from her. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So the last way, and not the least at all, but the last way I really utilize to get customers is simply using the iDecide presentation. When you're prospecting people and they are basically going to the iDecide, they're watching the entire presentation, they're in control of that presentation. So being in control of that presentation, they decide where it's going to go. I had a couple people go straight to, I want to be a customer, and it comes up in your email address. So I follow up with them and I say, hey, I saw you want to be a customer. So listen, I got your email and everything. Look in your inbox. I just sent you a boomerang, because now they know what the boomerang is. Now they know it's free. Now they understand what's going on. So I sent them the boomerang. They activated it right on the spot because they already told me they want to be a customer. Now, one thing I'm not gonna do is try to convince them otherwise, just because they saw iDecide and just because I want to recruit somebody. No, this is not the convincing business. I'm going to let people recruit themselves. They see the information, they like the information, they want more information, they'll come to another presentation. If they see it and it's more than enough, they'll get started and they'll do it on their own. I'll just get on a 3-way call or a Zoom call with my upline, and we'll take it on from there. So that's pretty much all I got for this video, guys. I hope this brought some value to you. I hope this can help you get 60 boomerangs and beyond. And me personally, I need to sponsor more people so I can get more boomerangs, so I can get more customers. Okay? So we're all going to work on that together. So for now, stay tuned, because I'm coming out with more videos, bringing more value to you guys. I hope you got a lot out of this. And listen, if you like what you saw, subscribe down below, hit that bell for notifications. I'll put my Facebook link down below, my Instagram. Show some love. I'll show you some love. Let's have some conversation. And listen, if you're new to this, you don't know anything about this, if you want to travel at a cheaper price, get with me on my social media. I'll send you a boomerang. Okay? It's just as long as I didn't ran out, right? And this is Troy, and thanks for watching I'll talk to you another time.